People love being scared. It's what makes the horror genre one of the most popular genres today. But what is horror? And what makes a scene scary? Oh, I know. It's when the music cuts out and then a loud noise startles the audience, right? That's what most audiences are accustomed to nowadays. Jump scares have become an oversaturated gimmick of the horror genre that has tricked modern audiences into thinking that's what makes a film scary. To be fair, jump scares aren't always bad. There's just a right way and a wrong way to do them. It's all about timing and building tension leading up to the scare. The Shining came out in 1980. It is widely considered to be a masterpiece in horror. Hereditary came out in 2018 and is an acclaimed horror film in its own right. Despite the popular belief that both films don't feature jump scares, both actually feature effective jump scares. They don't just surprise the audience, they heighten the horror for the rest of the film. How do they do it? For one thing, each scene is set up where the audience knows a detail the characters don't. When Dick Hallorann arrives back at the Overlook Hotel, Jack Torrance has already been attacking his family with an axe. When Peter Graham wakes up at night after having an accident at school, his mother, Annie, has already accidentally burnt her husband and been possessed by Payman. Both characters don't know the danger they are in. Another detail is the music. The music cuts out before each scene begins. Only the sounds of the snowmobile running, or the crickets chirping, or the wind howling, or footsteps walking can be heard. The ambiance of each location is what helps build the fear factor each scene. The music only returns when the suspense has reached its peak. Hereditary's music actually tricks the audience before jump-scaring them to pull off an editing trick. Speaking of editing, each film utilizes different techniques to convey what's happening in the scene. Tracking shots that show the scope of the environment and how alone each character is. Shots of Dick walking towards the entrance are cut between shots of Jack walking towards the entrance, so we see when they both arrive in the same room. Peter wakes up and we see his mom is hanging on the upper left corner of the screen against the wall. This shot haunts me to this day. After cutting to a shot of the outside where Peter hears footsteps and sees the porch lights turn on, we cut back to Peter where he turns to look at his mom. It then cuts to a shot of the entrance to Peter's room, and we see Annie float through it before he notices her. Annie's location is left unknown as Peter walks through the hall until he hears the piano fall over downstairs. Where he finds his dad's body, and Annie is again seen floating in the upper left corner. The pacing of each scene is evenly spread out so that the audience is never given a moment to breathe. Both these films feature highly effective jump scares, and I highly recommend you watch them both all the way through because they have a lot more to offer. Thank you for watching this video, and don't get spooked.